Heyo, this is Matt, and this is the new Anakin Skywalker from S.H.Figuarts, based on Anakin Skywalker coming out in the Ahsoka series. Taking a look at the box, it does have a purple border, which I feel like for S.H.Figuarts, I've only seen a gold border or maybe a red one. I mean, obviously this is for the Ahsoka series. I'm not sure. Like, maybe I'm wrong. It is going to have some instructions, and there's nothing too crazy, nothing too unique about this. It does have the face plates that swap off, like you have to take off the hair. We'll see in a second. But other than that, oh, and the lightsaber does have different pieces that connect to it. Like it kind of interchanges. But other than that, it's pretty standard. Taking a quick look at them, I like them. I'm not sure what exactly it is because the body looks almost identical to the original S.H.Figuarts Anakin, which I have and we'll look at. Maybe it's just the face. Like the face is different and like it's better. And when we get a closer look up of the face, like I want to know, like, is this the best S.H.Figuarts face that exists? Because like it's so good. Like it looks awesome. Does it look like Hayden Christensen like 100%? Maybe not, but like it's good. Like it's a really well done, especially compared to their previous one. Moving him around a little bit, the articulation feels good. And I don't remember exactly the original one, but like this one, like it feels good. This right leg popping off is something that my other one struggled with as well. The left one doesn't pop off as much, or I don't think it had, like, I don't think it's popped off the whole video then and afterward. But and even on the original that I have, like his right leg is missing. I'm not, like, my kids were playing with it, so it's gone, but something with his right leg. He's not going to come with a ton of accessories, but he comes with enough. And the two biggest upgrades that I already mentioned are going to be these face plates. But all of them, so it's a total of 3 different ones, and they're all like really well painted and they're all really well made. He does come with 6 hands, like 3 different pairs that are matching, like lightsabers, fists, and a force like push hand. For the lightsaber, at first, like I think like the first second I was like, oh, I don't like this, but I do kind of like it. I like how they designed it. So it's going to come with 2 hilts. One is going to be the one that attaches to his waist, and it has this little notch that goes into the little hole on his belt, and that's it. No lightsaber blades connect to it. It's just closed, and that's it. That's what it's for. The other hilt is going to have a removable top part that fits the other, or that can swap with the blades. So each blade has a top part like built in. So that's pretty cool. Instead of like thinking of the Black Series or other models where it's like it does have a separate like just plastic piece that just comes out. Like I like how this has the metal piece that connects in. Looking closer at swapping the face plates, I would compare it to the Naruto figures from S.H.Figuarts or the Dragon Ball figures, where they have like that front piece or the headband, and you take that off, and then the face plate comes off. And then you swap the face plate, and then you put the hairpiece. Same thing with this, and it's pretty cool. Like whereas the older model, it just had like the whole, like the face plate, the face piece had the hair. I don't know how much that really matters, like as far as the look, but I like it. I think this works. I guess one benefit that would have, or even like looking at alternate head sculpts, would be like the hair being different. Like, you know, some hair being up for a more aggressive face. But that's going to be one complaint, or one negative with this guy, is like he does have this Sith eyes look that's definitely more aggressive, but I do wish he had more of an action face. Not like this one from their original model, but just like one where it's a little more in action. In the show, I guess he didn't really show that. For the most part, a lot of the joints are the same when it comes to the ankles, elbows, knees. Some huge differences are going to be with the neck, and that's also because of this hair. Yes, the hair has some articulation, kind of, because it does have like this back part, like it's not a mullet, but like the end hair, the bottom part of the hair, it is a separate piece also that moves with him, so that helps with articulation, so it doesn't get like he can look up more and doesn't get stuck there. And then even looking down, like the joint has a little bit better range. And then looking at his shoulders, like that's going to be a huge improvement, because like it has these butterfly joints, but they kind of like, they just pop out a ton. And that's really cool. Like it might look kind of weird at first. Like I feel like it's kind of like venturing into like Revoltech, amazing Yamaguchi figures, but like it does open up some good like posing with his arms and holding the saber and all that. So I really like that. That's a huge plus, huge win for me. And the way it's designed with his suits, because the suit, like it's not cloth, but it is like a soft plastic. Like it kind of like it hides it a little bit depending on the angle. For the elbows, it is an older joint. Like it's the same one as before. I guess it's just a single joint articulation there. And it kind of gets blocked by the clothes a little bit. So it's not even like maximum range for that. Would have been cool to have a double jointed one. The wrist is pretty basic. Also, it's just the regular ball joint with the hinge. And it felt kind of weird with the hands. Like even when I was swapping out with the other hands, with the other figure, it felt a lot better. So I'm not sure what's different about it, if it's too tight or too small or something. But I ended up breaking this later, and it was pretty lame. So I luckily it looks pretty much the same as the older model. So later on, I end up switching that hinged ball joint with the older one because I broke it. Like it got stuck in the hand, and it felt weird. So just a word of caution with these wrist hand joints that they can break. The left and right arm are different, but it's still kind of the same. On this left one, because of the sleeve, it's a bigger elbow, but it's still the same hinge, and it can turn though. Like where the other one is restricted, it does have a little bit of a swivel there. Another area of improvement is going to be this like ab torso region. This one, I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, but I think it might just be on the inside. It's not as tight, and there's just more room for the peg to move, because he can get a really good ab crunch and like up, like back and forth. Whereas the other one, the leg broke again. The original one doesn't have that. Like it's pretty tight and limited. The end of this tunic isn't hard. It's still the same soft like rubber plastic, and it moves also. So it doesn't really hinder articulation. Like I mean, perfect soft goods might be cooler or better, but this is pretty good and it works. So I don't have a problem with it. There's no thigh swivel, but the hips mostly work well. And back to the knees, same as the elbows, they're single jointed. They don't really move that much. I wish they were a little bit better just to get some more range of motion, but for the most part, it's solid. And the ankles, like the wrist, like it's the same as the old model. And there's a toe movement, but the ankle is pretty stiff and it can go up pretty well, but it's limited in the like full extension. So once again, just looking at the faces compared to the older original Anakin from S.H.Figuarts, like it's night and day. Like this new face head sculpt is like so much better. And even the skin tone, like I don't know why they had, at least the ones that I received, they had like a yellow, like a tint to it. And this skin tone looks perfect. Like everything about the face and hair and head, the lips, like he's not wearing lipstick this time. Not sure why his lips were so red on the original. So yeah, all around improvement with the face and head sculpts. Comparing this Anakin to some other figures, starting off with this Anakin that I did fix up. It was the J&B Toys version that is a third-party version that came out pretty bad. And then I tried to make it better, which I did make it better, but it's not like super good. So now seeing him next to this guy, it makes mine look kind of ugly. The faces could be better. There's potential in the soft goods. Like I think I would take this new S.H.Figuarts over this other custom that I put together. And then we have some different Clone Wars Anakins. And we got a Clone Trooper from Black Series. Some other Hasbro figures. We got Luca, Wolverine, Mezco, Indiana Jones, the new Graveyard Skeleton, which I do have a review coming out of these guys, and this Star-Lord, which is also S.H.Figuarts. Some other important comparisons is the Black Series Ahsoka, which this is the Ahsoka, the white version from the show. And I feel like it's a good size. I mean, Anakin should be a little taller or her shorter, but like you could tell there's a difference. So I like the look. I think it works. And then I have this Mayfex Ahsoka, which like she is cool. And then this Clone Wars Padawan Ahsoka, which she should be a little shorter compared to him, but the look is there. I did have a request about how it looked next to Mayfex Luke from The Mandalorian. And I do have this figure, but I never opened it. But I did to see how they look together. And side by side, they do look pretty good. Like just a quick look with this Luke was, I was hoping that I would like him a little more. There's like, he looks cool, but there's something off about him. I'm not sure if it's his neck or shoulders, but yeah, I don't like him as much as I thought I would. So side by side, like they do look like they could go together. They can fight some bad guys together, father and son duo. And I feel like generally I like Mayfex figures more. Like I like the build and the articulation from them more, at least from the live action comparisons. But I think in this case, like between just these two, like I like the S.H.Figuarts Anakin better than this Mayfex Luke. Maybe it's just the epic faces, like they're really well done. Like that sets it over the edge, but like overall I like him. I think he's, to me, he's a better figure than the Luke. Now just checking out some poses that I did with him, checking out the good shoulder range of motion. And I did set him up in a couple of shots. One was just being this like clean portrait, just to kind of show off that little smirk and just the quality of the face. This other setup just kind of a slight action pose. And then I did want to include a third, like more dynamic action shot. And so this is the setup that I got for that. The question that I got the most is like, is it worth the upgrade from the other one? And I want to say yes. Like if someone to take a picture of Anakin, like this is the one that I would be grabbing. This is my definitive Anakin right now. He's not perfect, but to me, like going back to the question, he is an upgrade and he's better. And like Anakin's one of my favorite characters of all time. So you know, I gotta have one that's really good, and I really like this one. So to me, it's worth it. But let me know what you think. Create and inspire.